Hello everyone and welcome back to the EU closed qualifier for IEM Chicago. We are now into the second map of the best of three between ENCE and North. North basically just walked all over him, Stunts. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I think it was what, 16-9, 16-8 scoreline, but don't be fooled by that. It was a 14-4 scoreline at one point. North had the control of the map the whole time going through it. Obviously, we saw what, a 10-1 scoreline, I believe. The new round that ENCE really won at the whole half was the force by rush towards the A site. The half concluded 13-2. North with the pistol, and then ENCE had this force by win with CZs, and they've got a few rounds, confidence rounds. Let's put it like that, right?
Yeah.
They have some confidence coming to Mirage. The problem is though, this is the pick from North. This is the map they've been working on with their new team. They're going through the honeymoon phase where MSL is going to be doing the AWP DM now that he is the primary AWPer, so he's going to be putting in the most hours. You have Nico doing the exact same. He's on a new team, I don't want to just say outright better team, but if you look at the hierarchy of Danish teams, Astralis, typically then North, then Heroic, then maybe Fragsters now.
Yeah.
Or Optic would be in the mix as well, obviously. Maybe above Heroic right now, you could argue. But the question is, or the point is, he's gone up that hierarchy, right? So he wants to prove the point that he is worth his soul at this high level of CS, especially in the Danish scene.
Yeah, it's very true. Obviously, we had the chance to see him in a pretty good roster, obviously, when Yugi was back with him, but then the whole thing sort of changed. The dynamic had a big shift. It sort of seems like he's been stuck in limbo a little bit to display who he truly is. Coming into North, as you said, it is just a fresh start. More than anything, he has a chance to wipe the slate clean, and from this point onwards be like, look, this is who I am, this is what I can do. He's always been touted as a player that can do a whole lot of damage. He is an absolute monster when it comes down to it in terms of his capabilities in rifling and being able to deal damage on the server. We just sort of need to see that now trickle through, and with MSL there supporting him, maybe it's more of a chance we can actually see it develop. And obviously, they were looking good. A lot of that did come down to the fact that Kirby was just going nuclear, though, the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of individual performances, obviously for North, have to highlight Kirby. 25 kills, I think, in 21 rounds. A very strong performance from him. But on the side of ENCE, Aerial, 20 kills, even in a game when you're losing 16-7 or something ludicrous like that. Still able to put up the numbers, still able to get frags. And so far, every game today, I think he's had over 20 kills.
He's been looking good across the board. Obviously, X7, we saw little sprinklings of greatness.
Consistency, yeah.
But that's the thing. He's fallen off at times, and we're not seeing it too much. But it seems like we are ready to get into the action, so we can dive into the game. ENCE on the CT side is going to be North being your tease, as we will get underway with a pistol round here, Snots.
We will indeed. North on their map pick, which means ENCE get to choose the sides. They opted to go on the CT side defense. Understandable. So, MSL, the Molotov smoke. Validate with this smoke flash. Smoke flash. So I imagine it's going to be Molotov for window, smoke for top connector, maybe a rush up towards B short. That could work very effectively. So grenades dished out towards middle. The Molotov is going in towards window, I imagine, considering that it was heard towards B apartments. Smoke in towards connector as well from MSL, which means they can go for the B short split. And it all comes down to X7, Alexib, and Sergey stacking three players here towards the B side. A very good read from ENCE.
Alu lying away with the USP, seeing if they are going to push around. So far, this setup is for the B defense, but everyone is prepared to just go for the fast A push. It's going to be the speedy hit up through connector and into the A bomb site. Alu trying to work out exactly what is going down. Aerial hears the commotion and backs off. There's that full rotate coming round as they start to slot themselves back in to try and mount this retake. But are they going to be a suicide squad, or will they actually find success when they bombard their way in?
Bomb is planted for jungle and connector. Especially now Vade coming in from behind as well. The bomb's going to be planted for three of the players here from North. So in terms of the afterplant, it's going to be stacked in their favor, especially when it comes down to the 3 versus 3.
Yeah, it's a close round so far. Valde being tagged up, 14 HP, but AZ will be able to aid him. Nico as well, peeks out, cheeky tap, and finds that frag, and it's all on Sergey, trapped in CT between a rock and a hard place. Wants to get away, does find the initial frag. He had to start spamming down. Gets the adjustment as well on the bunny hopper that is AZ. But that is the round win for North, and that is the important fact.
Those were some pretty good hops.
He was pretty fast.
Round number 2 then. MP5s once again going to be invested into by North. 2 at that. Maybe even a third as well from Valde. Let's see.
Get your MP5s.
What was that?
Get your MP5s. 2 MP5s for the price of an MP7.
Looks like we're back at Borough Market.
Exactly, mate.
So, MP5 leading the charge here. Oh, once again, these MP5s haven't really been too effective in this best of 3. Wow, Sergey able to find 2 with the Deagle.
Yeah. Big damage done. The adjustment from Nico is filth as they are able to carry on their warpath. It's all up to Nico. He has found 3, but he couldn't get 2 more. Repeat of what we saw on the first map there. So North get the opening pistol round. They go for the MP5s. They go for the play. Overthrown by Deagles. ENCE get the reset round. And we're back to square one.
Well, 1-1 then. ENCE, or should I say Sergey, with the double entry towards the ramp position with the Desert Eagle. North with the push coming in towards the B side with speed as well. Molotov going to be slowing them down, you would anticipate, but the flashbangs are perfect from North, forcing back X7 and Alexeb off the site.
Gets the initial frag. X7 with the UMP is able to just pop the weave and keep himself alive as he's trying to deal some damage with the Deagle now. Switching out to the sidearm. The adjustment was there, but he didn't realize Nico was in the rear. Strikes and capitalizes against him. The CZs are dealing tons of damage. Valde with a headshot on Sergey, and it's all up to Aerial. This could be another reset round coming through, as it's just Aerial on a 1v2. The first adjustment, but couldn't find the second. Valde was too fast as he finds that kill, rounding his tally out to 3 frags into the round and a second pickup for North.
We saw this exact same war of attrition on Overpass to start the matchup. 4 spies going back and forth, but eventually it was North to run away with the lead. So, will we see deja vu, defeat or repeat? As North go for more of a passive play this time. Obviously in the last one they went aggressive towards ramp. This time around they're going to be going for more of a on the back foot approach, just allowing for ENCE to push into their crosshairs instead. So far though, aggression towards middle from the CT side as North just wait patiently for ENCE to make the mistake.
Got a 3-player setup there, quite aggressive towards mid. Ali watching towards top mid. As the scout, Aerial holding towards underpass, and Alexib going to be able to aid him. There's 2 players there now. Set up for the push, just in case there is going to be any info plays coming out from ENCE. As they exit out together, instant tag there from the scout. Tears him down so low, but the trades are coming back through. Valde has already found 2 kills. Kirby as well comes into effect, punishing Alexib. And it is just left on X7 and Sergey Snods. 55 seconds into the round.
They have Kevlar to work with as well, so don't count them out just yet. 2 Desert Eagles. Sergey in towards Palace. And X7 here towards Kitchen. Oh my goodness. That's a nice shot there onto AZ. Tries to line up the second as well on towards Valde, on towards B short. But right now it's all down to the superstar, 16 years of age. And right now he needs 2 more frags if he wants to get some more accomplishments under his belt and turn a few more heads. As he finds 1 into Kirby down to the 1 versus 2. He knows that 1 player is towards the B site.
Kirby, he ain't going to be turning heads, he's going to be snapping necks. Finds that shot, takes down X7, and it's just left into the 1 versus 1. Knows his angle was close towards CT, tries to take the fight, but Sergi does it. 2 kills with the Deagle, just batters them, Snods.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds in a row then with the Desert Eagle, able to find 2. And with that, we go once again to a standstill. 4 spy from North. But this time there's only 1 rifle. 1 Galil for Kirby. 3 CZs and 1 Desert Eagle for AZ. So we head into the 5th round. No smoke early towards the top of middle from North. So once again, playing it patient, expecting a mid control coming out from ENCE, which is true, but Aerial's not going to be pushing just yet. MSL as well towards underpass. All it takes is a peek from Aerial and he'll be going down with the bomb as well. The bomb dropped on its lonesome. And that might be the round over.
Yeah, it's been left on the steps there. They've got full info on that. They've got a smart read on the round. They should have a firm grasp on it as well off the back of this point. Valde trying to make a play over towards the B site. Launches in the Molotov. Wants to keep X7 on his toes and keep the team guessing. Big nade though towards top mid, transfers a ton of damage on him. Kirby's left on just 1 HP. Kirby's gone, and it is all up to Valde now. Sure, he can recover the bomb, but he isn't really going to be able to do too much more than that. Finds the initial headshot though on Alu, but there's the response. The UMP kills, they get even more money for it, and that is ENCE taking the lead.
And that lead may grow as well. Take a glance at the economic turmoil of North, just down to $2,000 across the board, so going to be the full eco coming out from them. No pistol upgrades, no utility going to be invested into here. So, rushing out towards A ramp, into the blender, which is Sergey and Alu's M4s. Easy frags to be found, but thankfully for North, they're not walking into a blender of SMGs. So they're only going to be forfeiting $300 per frag and not $600. So, round number 7, 4-2, North once again with the buy round.
Do you think you could blend an SMG, mate? Do you think the Blendtec blender could get through it?
I don't think so. I think because the blades are made out of the same material, obviously both metal. Unless you had...
They got through iPhones before.
But an iPhone's not quite steel, is it?
Yeah. But, you know, we'll see. We'll put a request in.
Will it blend? That's the real question.
Possibly.
Possibly. We don't know.
Unsure. Citation needed on that one. If you know, answers on a postcard, send them in. Push coming up. They're going to try and work their way up through underpass and go for a play. Aerial, once again, he's been pretty effective at being able to defend it. This time there is 2 men. You might kill MSL, but Valde's there to hit you back in the face. And here comes the push as well. The entire team starts to bubble their way forward, burst in. They find the kills that are necessary, but it's still constant trades going down. There's now only 1 CT member left. X7, he's on short, and he is dead on short.
4-3. North with the mid control. Able to win their first buy round. So, double up setup going to be coming out from ENCE. You would expect one towards window, then jungle, then CT, and one towards B short. Maybe a boost up towards short as well to catch up a player towards connector or towards Delpan. Let's see then. Alu warping towards CT. Alexeb warping towards B apartments, so they're using the AWPs towards the anchors of the sites and having the rifles in towards B short and middle, and close quarters in towards the balcony at Palace. Mid control once again in favour of North, and that was to their advantage in the last round. So, do we see a repeat? Sorry?
Isn't it aggressive, the noise?
I don't think it's that bad.
I like it. That's what I mean.
It's quite subtle. It's quite subtle.
Quite basic.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the point. Ramp control now in the favour of ENCE, which means even if they've lost control towards middle, they've got real estate back in their favour, so they've made the correct play. But is it going to be enough?
Well, trying to take the map control as they fan their way out. Nico spammed off a ton of bullets, but let's see if he can actually find anything with it when it gets to the crunch. Alu in position, just waiting for them to try and burst their way out. They go the whole way back up mid. It's toward a Mirage right now, as they eventually will reposition and go for a hit on the A bomb site. As Kirby goes for the underpass push, slowly creeps into position. It's going to be the split push as they poise themselves for it. Sergey, up close and personal. He has been looking like a bit of a hot topic, been displaying what he can definitely do, but can he carry it on? Spots out MSL, takes him down. There's another frag coming through as well from X7 onto Kirby, and now they completely backtrack. They've tried to reel him in, but have they fallen for the bait snods?
It's all down to the AWP from Alexeb. And the backup as well of X7. Save coming in from the North players then. 2 AKs going to be salvaged. Ooh, if only was to push a little bit further, they could have tried to deny the weapon save and the round loss bonus for Valde. They will get away scot-free. So, 2 AK saved. Potential force buy here from North as well around the saved weaponry. As now they're into quite an awkward scenario because they win a round, they win their buy round. And then they get instantly reset. They're down 2 rounds. ENCE obviously have enough to buy up into the next one, even if North win it. So the argument of force buying to break the money from ENCE isn't quite there because their cash, you know, 4,000 for Sergey, Alexeb, Alu can buy, X7 can buy as well if they lose this round. Oh, Kirby just forced as well, Jack, so I think this might be the force buy from North. 2 AKs, maybe 2 CZs, a Deagle maybe from Nico. The buy isn't that strong. I think ENCE are going to get off to a very good start here on the CT side. Maybe even a 9-6 half, I reckon, if they win this round.
They could barrel out of control here if they carry on. Things have been looking good. What do you think the Amazon Alexib would say if you asked him a question, Snuts?
Alexib, tell me a stat about ENCE.
ENCE, world ranking 13th.
Thank you for that one, Alexis. Alexa? Is it Alexa or Alexis?
Alexib, mate.
Alexib,
the Amazon Alexib.
The Amazon Alexib.
Sponsored by ENCE.
Other forms of talking robots are available, of course.
It's not a robot, mate.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's, what would you call it?
Soft AI, a personal assistant. But they're going to be pushing out and going for this play on towards the A-bomb site. Let's see if this is going to be a soft round or a hard one, if they're going to just be able to get backhanded. Damage already done. ENCE and Valde find a frag and Peace Nods, but they're left with just 2 boys left standing. But Valde tries to make a meal out of the round, leaving it in the capable hands of AZ. And a 1v2, and they can't achieve it. ENCE continuing to add to that scoreline. They're now 3 rounds ahead of North, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be slowing down anytime soon.
6-3, as you said. Round number 10. $2,000 across the border for North, so it's going to be the eco coming out from them. They've gone for the force buy. They've now been fully reset. Onto Glocks. Should be the 7-3 scoreline. I said if they won the last round, they should be expecting at least a 9-6. And they're going to be 2 rounds away from that scoreline if they win this one, which they should. Run boost potentially coming out here, but it's not going to work. Aerial, Alu, Sergey as well, all chiming together on the same wavelength there towards top mid.
The only thing that was boosting is Aerial's ADR, as he's just destroyed him. Snots absolutely crushed his way through him with a ton of damage. Brings them down to the 7th round on the board. North finally have cash to reinvest. And this is very much a role reversal of what we saw on the initial map.
It's true. It's very true. Obviously, we saw a 10-1 scoreline at one point in favor of North on the CT side, but maybe that just means they're a CT-sided team currently. So maybe ENCE need 9-10 rounds to be convincing with their win. Nice shot there from Valde. Going to be denying the 2-man setup from Alexib and Aerial in towards middle. One close to top mid and Alexib boosted towards short. HE grenade connecting. Ooh, about 100 damage aggregately between the 2 players. So, with the aggression coming in from Ali as well in towards Palace. Oh, the timing on the weapon switch from AZ. You got to be saying, what's the point? Maybe checking his grenades, but even then, is it just a habitual thing?
Who really knows? That is unfortunate, though, to say the least.
It's karma for Ali.
Teaches him a lesson, mate. Puts him now in a position that is going to be a little bit more awkward, obviously 4 versus 4. Alexib so close to actually hitting a target there, and he didn't even know it, as he is going to fall back and pop out that flashbang, attempt to try and get an adjustment shot off. Does kill MSL, nearly the flick up onto the arm as well. That would have blown off an elbow as he carries on going. Nico slays his brother in arms. Valde as well adds to the tally. Alexib in the close range angle with the P250 can punish 1 man, and it all comes down to Alu. The AWPer with a dream, but can he achieve it, as he is going to be pushing in. Tries to see what he can scope out into the situation as he slowly encroaches around. The 2 Ts playing together, playing a defensive angle. It's smart stuff. They want him to make the first mistake, but he's on the bomb site. Kirby beats it, gets struck upon, and it is only up to Nico now. The 1v1, but Nico's got the drop on it. A tasty little tap from the AK, and North get another round. But that took so much.
Notice as well, Nico did not save the AWP. Instead, he actually swapped over skins for the AK. So
obviously to get the +5 extra damage.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Obviously, you know, you may as well go for the same skin because it could be a Titan Forge.
You never know.
Could be a +10 item level.
Yeah, you want to get the bonus roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Get yourself into Mythic easier. It makes sense.
It's all about the DPS at the end of the day. Anyway.
Gets to do your wild quests.
But MSL, maybe it just orps on the CT side. They go for a 5 rifle setup on their T side. Ooh, Kiabi feeling the pain from those flames.
Kiabi Q, he is left on 3 HP, absolutely barbecued, as they are going to push in their way. Next 7 finds the frag on AZ. MSL adds a second frag, as he will be able to carry on dealing out big blows. Kirby. 3 HP, is able to deal damage with the nade at least. Oh, but there's the response. Lob one at us, we'll lob one right back. Alu, burnt to a crisp by MSL. The utility damage is insane right now between what's actually been setting the pace of this round. Nico finds that kill, Valde comes in for a final assault onto Sergej. A battery works out, and that is going to be a 7-5 scoreline now, with North finally starting to find their footing. They're stumbling back to possibly making this a little bit more even, Snods.
Simple burst towards the B-bomb site. Smoke towards the end of the balcony. Molotov coming out towards Van and just flashing over and just basically trying to swarm the players on the site, which worked. Kirby able to jump out towards bench and shoot the short player in the side of the head. And now they've gone for an execution towards the A-bomb site. Forward down to Sergej with the D-Glock towards close vicinity. Oh, actually, I misplaced my misjudgment there. Aerial was in towards Palace and has found himself a frag, found himself an AK as well. If there's a gap in that smoke, things could get hairy here for North.
Need to be able to get themselves out of a close shave as the push will come round. MSL with the first frag. Nico goes back in for more. MSL, he has been traded out there on the fight towards CT, leaving them now in just a 2 versus 2. Valde, his head gets detected. Alexib with a quick adjustment from the scout. That's an easy frag to find. So Nico, he's only got 1 HP. He was miles away. Almost didn't even spot him there as he's going to be sprinting back over to try and help the situation out. And time is of the essence. They've got to jump on the bomb and they need to stay on it. Alexib needs to keep them back as that defuse is coming through. Nico on 1 HP finds the kill. Annihilates Nico. His only chance was to stay on the bomb there. X7 just couldn't do it. Does go down. The Nico push works out far too well. That's a 7-6 scoreline. Crazy.
North are very fortunate that there was no defuse kit there for X7. The bomb not planted for ramp yet. Both the players going towards that after plant position. Maybe a miscommunication, or maybe just the outplayed, anticipating no defuse kit from the CT side as they were onto a quasi-buy. Probably the first one. Well, let's see. Another buy round between these two teams as we head into the 14th round. Control once again in the hands of North. So, usually when mid-control happens from North, we see a push in towards Palace from Aerial, a push from Sergej, sometimes in towards ramp as well to gain information from when they're lacking it. But so far, North, they're playing the patient game. The smokes have come out towards Connector, which means there's no reason to currently take mid-control. The smoke towards Connector is so overpowering against the T's at middle. The one way towards the smoke, the denial of Connector control as well, means that you may as well just wait out the smokes to fade. And now that they are starting to fade away, control coming through, a third Connector smoke can be thrown out by the CT side.
Alexib finds that kill on MSL. He's going to be able to hit the shot over. An adjustment there from Nico, though, to try and get them back into the round. Unfortunately, he wasn't aware that that smoke didn't quite cover CT. So Aerial gets another frag through, puts them into a tremendous position. ENCE looking quite triumphant right now, but Valde wants to defy that. Goes for the peek out, but it's only really easy to make noise. And that is a small blip on the overall size of the round. 8-6 being the scoreline as ENCE carry on ploughing through. North's cash once again returns to a pretty inadequate point, so it's not looking too fantastic. This could end up in a 9-6 half for ENCE there, which would be pretty effective from their CT play.
Very effective indeed. AK just for AZ. Apart from that, CZ's across the board here for North. Very good utility though to back it up. 2 players in towards B apartments and 3 towards the A half of the map. So a fake coming in towards the B site. The arch smokes. Just trying to see if they can force rotations away from the A site, from the CT side so far. Alu, Aerial finding kills apiece. 5 versus 3 already.
Just 3 players remaining, as you said. They're getting picked off. Easy as pie. MSL goes down. His head's just been completely destroyed. AZ as well suffers the same fate. And it's all up to Valde. A 1 versus 5. He's on the bomb site, sees the jump face from Sergej, but he is going to get that kill. Peeks out, makes it a 9-6 scoreline in favor of North as they crush their way through on the first half. Looking a whole lot better than they did on Overpass. But it's going to be more interesting, obviously, when we flip those sides, get them over on that CT half. What can North do? Are they going to be able to find a little bit of a hidden flair under their sleeve?
Potentially, obviously for North, down 9-6. It is their T side. They went 6 rounds, so it's not as if it's on the CT side where it's obviously going to be unfair for them if the sides do flip. So I think if they win the pistol, goes 9-9, they're back into this one. I wouldn't be getting too worried at home if you're a North fan out there, obviously with how strong they were on the CT side of Overpass. Can they replicate that? It was mostly KRB just killing everyone. Obviously MSL had a few rounds as well. I don't know. I think the pistol decides it. I think if North win the pistol, this could be a 2-0.
Yeah, I think I'd agree at that point, obviously. North have looked like the stronger team overall into these stages as well, still being able to bring back rounds that seem like they wouldn't have been able to. But they had the confidence, aggressive B plays, just being able to burst their way in, huge frags. I mean, the majority of it as well was done off big individual plays. And that's something that is always going to help you out. You carry that over to your CT half, it's basically about just being that sentry turret, being able to just deny entry to any site possible. They've got the confidence there. They're warmed up from the AKs. Can they carry it over? Or is this just going to be ENCE actually proving how much damage they can deal on Mirage?
Yeah, I mean, it was surprising. You mentioned the B site. You know, how often do you see teams favor the B site? It's quite rare, typically. Maybe 2 buy rounds and a half out of 15 rounds, or 10 buy rounds, 2 probably going towards the B site. Mostly it's mid-splits, you know, towards B short, towards connector. How often do they do bursts through B apps itself? So it was effective. Obviously, they're able to kill the short player time and time again, able to jump out through the windows, get in towards the bench position and catch the short players off guard. Question is, though, when the sides are flipped, if the pistol is won by North and it goes 9-9, they're on the favoured side. They're the ones with the form from the last map, and this is their map pick. So I think the sides will favour them. But ENCE, if they win the pistol, I think this could be train confirmed.
Yeah, seems likely. Let's see if that is going to be the case, though. Now we delve back into the action once more at the fray. Early aggression coming in towards top mid. Oh, Nico finds the opening frag. Banger as he annihilates Alexib. Oh, the flick up from Alu as well. Keen and confident. MSL comes up and trying to assist his squadron as they are on this bomb site. I haven't even spotted the bomb yet, but it is coming over. Sergey with the adjustment before he goes down. Crazy how crisp some of these shots have actually been into this initial round. Now we're left in a bit of a stalemate, though. A 2 versus 2. The A site has been overthrown. ENCE have only just rotated X7 aerial over there. But Valde has a trick up his sleeve. He is low, Snods, but if he can at least get a frag off, try and slow the push, find 1 kill at minimum, maybe there's a chance.
Ooh. Off angle here, going to be peeked and cleared out, but able to find 1 kill, even though he's on 14 HP. May just be enough. Nico versus Aerial. No defuse here for the CT side. Aerial as well. So far, really impressing me in this qualifier. Only seen 4 maps from him so far, but each map he's had impactful rounds. He's put numbers on the board from ENCE, 20 kills so far each and every map he's played. And this 1 versus 1 would be another impactful round he would have won for his team. Nico just playing the passive angle in towards the B site. Aerial seems to have read him.
He's been playing the brain training, mate. Look at this. The brains work well. He's been able to rotate over, go for the play on the A site. He's going to arrive. He can get that bomb down. 16 seconds. Nico finally starting to think maybe something's afoot. There could be some shenanigans going on here as he is going to rotate over and attempt to deal with this. He's in the 1v1, spots him out. If timing would have been slightly different, that could have been a 1 bomb with a USP and instantly find the adjustment to his headshot. Now he knows he's fallen back to the bomb site. Aerial still trying to force the issue. He's the one that takes the fight, and he wins it as well. Aerial wins the clutch. That is huge.
Round number 17, 10-6. ENCE, or should I say Aerial, with the round win there. Wow, double digits now for ENCE. If they win the conversion rounds as well, they've got 2 extra rounds they can try and win. This could be a 12-6 scoreline. North, if they force buy, which they have, then going into the first buy, and they could be lacking Molotovs, flashbangs, utility. So, 1-for-1 trade early on. Easy, good enough for 1. Now the bomb makes its way in towards the A site. They're going to be clearing out MSL, clearing out Kiabi as well. It's not looking good for North.
Next snappers coming through. Everyone is just getting left absolutely broken. Nico forced to run away, scurry out of there, hold on to that scout. Doesn't want to lose it, meaning that ENCE will get themselves an 11th now. And they put themselves into a good position. Obviously, that pistol is so important because of the scoreline. They continue to build from it. They've got this follow-up round as well. It's only 2 casualties. It's pretty effective. This bodes well for them actually being able to possibly get the win here on Mirage. That's
very true, especially as they have 1 versus the 4 spine. So Eco now from North should be seeing the 12-6 scoreline. 6-run advantage on the T side, with the cash is going to be in their favor as well. All in the favor of ENCE in the second half. So,
Terrorists win.
1 saved scout for Nico and a defused kit as well. But apart from that, you would imagine it's USPs across the board for North. MSL on $3,000, so he's saving for that AWP into the first buy round. So, 4 AKs, 1 SMG. Alu could be used as a probing device to find information, and right now he is. Coming out through the A site, going to be spotting 0 players there, and they're going to know it's a stack towards B.
Yeah, they're going to get that read instantly. Alu works out what's going down, and still carries on dealing damage, actually, after he gets the adjustment onto another man there. Tries to really punish as much as he can before get taken out, and softens him up for the rest of his side. B site control has now been claimed as property of ENCE, though. They've got in there, the bomb's going to be going down, and they're left into a 4 versus 4. They've also got the backstab towards top mid as X7 gets the info, has the read. They're going to be coming from behind, so Alexib just hold that. That's going to be simple. There's no way they lose this round. They've got a firm grasp on it. It'll be easy pickings.
Yabi though, playing for exit frags. Hoping to try and find an AK on the way out. Save that in for the next round. ENCE not going to walk into the bait. Instead, going to be keeping 4 players alive here onto their T side. So in terms of cash, it's going to start to build for ENCE. Yabi here towards underpass. I was going to say, if he peeked in towards the middle of the right time, could have caught X7 off guard. So, 21 kills for Aerial, 22 kills for Sergey. This is the prime spot you want ENCE to be in. Ali with the AWP. Yes, he's not on the 25, 30 kills sort of scoreboard situation, but he is the veteran of the team, given the experience, the level-headedness, the calmness as well. He's a very calm guy in game. And then you have your fragging capability from the young guns. And right now it's a recipe for success.
It's looking good, but can it get even better? As of right now, Alexib finds the first kill. Valde gets the trade. The adjustment is there, but the B-site Bonanza starts to kick off once more. As they swarm their way out. Alu on the AWP, though, just knocking them down one by one. The miss from MSL could be the difference maker as well. That might have just brought it back into a 2 versus 2 fight that could have been fair game, but instead, the favor is going to be notched over to ENCE, and Alu is going to leave a gaping hole in the head of AZ.
Well, first buy around 1 for ENCE, and that might seal the deal. North could be mentally tapping out of this one, as they have the 1 map advantage in the bag with the overpass win. So as a bare minimum, North are guaranteed train as the deciding map. So MSL charging in towards underpass here, has no Kevlar, just a CZ in hand. So, mid control in the favor of ENCE. No rifles, not even any SMGs here for North on their CT side. Just going to be 2 sets of Kevlar. Apart from that, upgraded pistols as they just walk into X7's crosshair, and most importantly, his AK spray.
They had to try and do something. Unfortunately for them, they just got annihilated from it. X7 goes for a big play. Kirby does actually get the better play, though. Is able to catch Sergey off guard. Kirby comes through. Still trying to work off this. Obviously couldn't pick up the AK. It was out of his grasp, far too far away. So it doesn't really give him any opportunities to storm ahead. Nico with a deagle. It finally starts to come out. He is a deagle king of Denmark. He is crazy with the weapon. Can prove that very, very easily, as he does find the first frag. But then it's not. We're looking at what? A 14-6 at this point. ENCE then, they're 2 rounds away from winning it. It's only a matter of time before they take the win here on Mirage at this point. And then we should be going to train, our 3rd map. And that one could be a bit more spicy.
You would hope so. So far, these games have been one-sided, blowouts either side, obviously. ENCE now the 14-6 lead. We had North with a 14-4 lead on Overpass, so not the most competitive games. At least the Space Soldiers ENCE games were intense, suspenseful. These ones are rather one-sided, but swift, to say the least. And obviously, maybe they're just trying to get us quickly towards the third final deciding map, which is the one that's worth watching. So, 14 guaranteed here for ENCE.
Terrorists win.
8-round advantage, 2 away from closing this one out. But let's see what North have left. This was their map pick as well. It's so strange to see them get blown out. You'd expect to see better, not better, but more strategy on their T side, maybe on the CT side. We saw a few strats come out in the first buy round. Well, the only buy round we've had so far, where North emulated the Astralis top mid smoke. They smoke top mid, exactly where Alex is looking right now. You choke off that point, take mid control, you rotate a player back towards one of the sites, you leave one player there. But it just didn't work out. There's a gap in their smoke. ENCE shot them through it. The round was over. And now into this buy round. A 3-man stack towards the A site. MSL is notorious for his stacks towards sites. And so far, his reputation precedes him.
Yeah, he has gone for a big old commitment there. All 4 members on the scene, just waiting for an assault to kick off. You can see ENCE a little bit cautious about this as well. Clearing their angles, there's nothing there. Some dust blowing by. No one really working out where they are. MSL, though, cheeky little peek. The bomb is down, so they're going to fall back. They're going to grab that as it was left. No one has spotted it out, but he does get the initial frag. And this now tells them there's at least one player towards that B bomb site. What they don't realize is everyone else is grouped up in position towards A. Even then, they would have only spotted out Nico, who has just killed Ariel. If they go for this commitment, they are just going to be blown out the wall. Sergey! That was beautiful. Unfortunately, you can't deal with 2 men sat in underpass like that. In underpass and dark spot like that, because there's just no chance. It's not going to work out. X7 gets the kill. Kirby, Alu with the AWP in close range, being able to punish. X7 as well, pushing through. They're somehow making this round work in their favor. From the position it was Instance, it seemed like it was as good as done, but now it could be winnable. MSL, a 1 versus 2. These players are so low, and Alu, with 2 HP, gets the kill.
The balls on that man to go for that repeat against MSL. Could have left his teammate in the 1 versus 1 there. Fair play.
The big kahunas.
Kahunas, yeah.
Wow.
Well, what'd you say to that one? 9 match points for ENCE, 15-6. And now they're going to be lining up and positioning for the smokes towards the A site to try and get the job done in 22 rounds. Smokes come through. Aggressive position though from AZ. He does find one into Ariel. Ooh, nearly gets traded as well by Alu, but still alive and kicking.
Alu will find the kill though over onto AZ. MSL takes down X7. Sergey straight back through. They are just left on a tight 3 versus 3. It's a close affair, but where is it going to go from here? Kirby waiting for the push to come out. Knows that he just needs to bide his time really before they fall into his trap. Suspense, they didn't believe that it was going to be a true play towards that A site. That could be their downfall, Snods, as they begin to over-rotate. They subtly make their move. Alu attempts to get a little bit closer, keeping his eyes on the prize. We've got the rotate there from Valde though. Elevated angle, works out well, finds the kill on Alu, but they're still thinking it's B.
Poor decision here from North. With the lack of the bomb being seen on the radar, they must have just panicked, thought it was the B bomb site. Nico is charging in towards Connector, going to be going for the fast peek, spots out the bomb, spots out the first frag. Onto Sergey. And now they know exactly where Alexev is. Manages to make his way over towards CT, but in the meantime, down to 37 HP. The peek comes through, Valde's going to do it. 7-15, I'm not going to be counting out ENCE just yet. I'm not going to be getting hyped about North either. Should still be the win here for the Finnish boys, but at least there's some confidence rounds being won for North. Try and make the load lighter.
At least get themselves back into the game ever so slightly. Make your lives a little bit easier. If you look at the frags as well, 20 kills for Nico, 18 kills for Valde. Everyone else on 8 kills. Kirby just on 7 there. it's a stark contrast. It's a crazy difference. The fact that Kirby was the man that single-handedly was the lifeblood of North. Now very quiet, not doing anywhere near as much damage as we expect to see coming out. That is the difference making. But ENCE, they only need one round, whereas North, they need to play the entire rest of this half flawlessly to take it over. NiKo with the initial kill as well. Alexib will fire back through those. They go for the trades. MSL adds another killing blow to the side of North, though, as he takes down Alexib.
Bomb making its way in towards B apartments here. The smoke's going to be fading soon as well. As is Valde. A very, very capable anchor. But he is on his lonesome towards the B side. MSL spots Sergey in towards middle. Valde as well gets the sight seen onto the ENCE players in towards B apartments, but it's actually going to be the backup of NiKo. And MSL in towards Kitchen. And the final frag as well from the new addition to North to get the 8th round here for the Danes. Round number 24, and this game is still going on.
I know, North somehow actually given themselves lifelines to build off. It's not over just yet. Very surprising they've been able to keep it going, to be honest with you. But the pause is going to come in. It gives them some time to at least talk about things and work out what is wrong. ENCE, though, it should be pretty smooth sailing from this point onwards. They know they can afford to just let rounds go by. They've got a huge lead. Even if it does get to that point, it's only overtime, that would be their worst case scenario. There is no potential of them losing this map. They cannot be 2-0'd at this point.
Pause is still into full effect here. Could argue the pause from both teams, obviously for North. One mistake and the game's over. For ENCE, they need to get the job done before it's too late. Alu, I imagine, has been dropped over an AWP. So far from ENCE in that last round, trying to go for the fast play towards middle, challenging MSL's AWP in towards Connector. Obviously not working out in their favor. So, do they try and go for the burst towards the B site? Smokes towards A. Maybe mid-control, but at a slower pace. Wait for the connector smokes to fade. Then smoke window, smoke top con. Take CPL and B short control. Take connector control. And keep chaining utility towards window. Let's see what their plan of action is really going to be. So far, 1-3-1 setup. 3 players waiting for the aggression towards middle. You'd imagine it's going to be a late mid-take from ENCE.
Slow and steady into this round right now. Minute and 20 seconds on the clock. As they are just waiting. Kirby goes for the face. Clears mid, trying to see if anyone is there off the back of the flash. They're going to go for the run boost once again. MSL was rotated over, but MSL is done for. Alu capitalizes. Gets the early pick. That's big. That's a huge start to the round from, especially when Alexib is able to get the adjustment. Another frag found. Aerial comes through. Just collapses down like a ton of bricks on NiKo. You might get the kill, AZ, but there's an instantaneous trade from Sergey as well. And it's all down to Valde. Surely this is it. This should be good night for North, which it will be. That is it. ENCE pick up the victory, and they do find success on the second map here, meaning this is going to be going to the third and final map of the best of 3. That'll be Train, Snods.
Yeah, Train is going to be our deciding map in this next best of 3, or this current best of 3, should I say. The next best of 3, is that for the qualification spot?
The next best of 3?
Yeah.
Well, after this, they have to play, and then obviously it will go through into the final best of 3.
Okay. So still many more best of 3s to be played out today, of course. But yeah.
They're technically one best of 3 away from a spot.
So, yeah. Train being the deciding map here. Both teams having very dominating performances on the opposition's map pick as well. Strange to see. It's usually quite rare you have that. North with the, 16-8 win. 16-9 win here as well for ENCE on the second map on Mirage. Now Train. Okay, let's take a look. So, yeah, one more best of 3. So, whoever wins this best of 3 on Train goes into play one more best of 3 for a spot at Chicago. And then obviously the loser goes into the lower bracket. But, Jack, who are you feeling? Going into that final map on Train, going to be weighing towards North or ENCE? ENCE are a good Train team.
They are a good Train team. I'm curious. I feel like North have shown a lot of potential from what we saw there on the first map. ENCE just looked so strong, though, really. And it's also the fact that North, their players weren't that consistent. We saw on that second map there on Mirage, it all seemed quite quiet. Players that had been dealing tons of damage just slowed down a lot, whereas North, they still maintained the pace that we saw. So I feel like potentially this could be ENCE actually upsetting and coming back in strong on Train. But Train is that third and final map. Grab yourself a first-class ticket to excitement, as that is what we are going to be seeing after this break.